Imagine this. You're a student which just finished university and you have an idea for a Scooby-Doo skit. Now, unfortunately, you're very poor, so you're going to use the most affordable technology possible. You're going to use stop animation, and you do hire a couple of people that can imitate the voice of Shaggy, but unfortunately, because you don't have money, you're going to use AI. Now, you're not going to ask anything for your project. It's going to be free for everyone to see, and it turns out that your project is actually a great hit. It turns out that unlike most of the Hollywood writers, you can actually create something entertaining. Enters Gray Delisle, a far-left radical extremist which happens to do voice acting. This person with a $5 million net worth is going to try and do her best in order to blacklist you from the industry because you have made the meme. I mean, it serves that kid right. You know, like, first of all, stop being poor. And secondly, you should have contacted Delilah herself. I'm pretty sure that with her net worth of $5 million, because she champions social justice and because she supports the poor, she would have more than willing gave you a good deal. She would have caught you a really great business opportunity and you could have hired her. You know what I find interesting with people who are into social justice and they champion the minorities? They always like target the vulnerable, usually the poor. Like there are so many people that use AI in their YouTube videos, and I don't see a problem with that. Like, there are YouTube videos that have millions of views, especially the ones with the president. Like, for that some reason, like, that's fine, okay? But the moment they notice that they can hurt someone, they go with such sadism after them, and it's almost usually people that are knee-deep into social justice. It's like that ideology allows people to have the ethical justification and to show just how big assholes they are, doesn't it? America, what can I say? Like, American visions for a progressive and better-thinking humanity. Now, she decided to bully this guy out of the industry, saying that she will never ever work for this person, and I'm sharing their name with every voice actor she knows. So let me get the logic, okay? Because I'm not a person that can think properly for myself unless I have fact checkers, but every now and then I have to try. This guy uses AI because he can't afford voice actors, and instead, in the infinite wisdom, we are going to boycott other voice actors to work for him. I see. It's very interesting, you know, because right now legislation is in a gray area. Because on one hand, if you impersonate someone's voice, so for example, if I were to talk with Donald Trump's voice and make YouTube videos, like, that's fine. But if I use AI, you're saying that that is a copyright infringement of some sort. So, like, as long as I'm not using a machine and I'm using my own voice, then it's okay. Right, so it's a gray area. Like, you want the lawmaker to step in and decide. So I, as the person who gets to vote, on one hand, I get to understand the plight and sympathize with the person with a $5 million net worth who is attacking the poor people while also championing the marginalized and is lecturing me nonstop using their platform on how I should behave. Or I can just vote in a way that I can use the AI. So if I have a good idea, I can just put it. And you know what? The voice actor can do the same, basically. Like, if they have a good idea, they can do that as well. It's a tough decision, I gotta say. You know, like, this voting is going to be very difficult, especially after the sympathy voice actors are gathering. I mean, look what they're doing to this poor fellow, right? Like, again, like a poor guy just out of the benches of the university is now going, everyone says that I could have found volunteers online, but this is basically my first ever animation. I had no idea the voice acting community was like, and as an artist, I thought it would be very rude to ask other artists for free or lowballed work. But yeah, I literally despise artificial intelligence. I just didn't think that the voices in my Five Nights at Freddy meme that I spent so much time would be on the topic of discussion in the AI conversation. So I apologize sincerely, and I have no plans to use the AI again. Y'all, I don't hate voice actors. I literally just viewed my video as a giant overproduction meme. I didn't really think the AI was that big as a deal because the video was just a joke. I was making it in my free time. I generally thought that I'd get a couple of hundred votes on Reddit at best. Right, so if you're a voice actor, I just want to say, do you want this lady to represent you? Why do you allow her to represent you? Like she is making it so difficult, because I definitely understand how it's like to be a voice actor, which you can only sell one thing, right? Your voice. And you have this machine, this AI, which is capable of reproducing your voice cheaper, and it's making it to the point where it's very difficult to work in the industry, right? So I definitely sympathize with you. But it's very difficult when this 5 million net worth lady is coming out of the nowhere, right? This far-left extremist activist, which happens to do voice acting, is coming up and is basically like doing this to this person. This is what I don't understand. Like, how do you want the public to sympathize? Because she is representing... Sorry, she's not representing your profession. She is speaking in the name of your profession. It's as if you voted and elected her. Right? She has a big platform. She has a responsibility. My question is, like, why, though? Like, why do you want her to have a big platform? Because someone that speaks like this and has absolutely no mercy for a person that apologizes... gives you all a bad name. All the voice actors are getting a bad name because of this. Because now when I think about voice actors, I think of the far left extremist radicals, which happen to do voice acting. So, you know, like that's my take on it. It's she's very dangerous. She's harmful. Harmful! See, I'm using the left language. But then ironically, she is harmful because it's going to make it very difficult for people to sympathize when push comes to shove. We already see how people don't sympathize with the Writers Guild. We already see how people don't sympathize with the Actors Guild. You know, the voice actors I have no beef with, but like if I know that this is how they behave, right? Because the problem is like this person, they didn't expect that their little meme, their overproduction meme, is going to get this popular. So like they had no idea, right? And they literally said, well, I didn't have money to hire the voice actors, but I did find like a guy that sounds like Shaggy, so like okay. And then, when it turns out that people are upset, they apologize, right? So even after the apology, you're like, oh, no mercy, sweep the leg. And the thing is, like, do you want other people to treat you the same way you treat others? Like, for example, I want other people to treat me the same way I treat others. But the question is, like, do you? Do you want other people to treat you like you treat others? Because I don't think you don't. And you should have, like, some big question signs about why that is. Because this is despicable behavior, right? Oh, yeah, well, I support the marginalized communities, but only by talking. Only by flapping your mouth. When it comes to action, not so much, right? So, like, the person with student debt, which can't afford voice acting, you're going to look at him with the $5 million net worth, you're going to gatekeep as hell, right? I got a little bit upset. I do champion my minorities, right? I definitely do champion the underprivileged, and I think the poor are the ones that deserve my sympathy, and unfortunately, I can't say that I'm going to champion minorities for long, because the poor are becoming a majority, aren't they? Like, they're going to drop their status. Am I wrong, though? Am I in the wrong? Like, am I being too harsh? I don't think I'm being too harsh. I think I'm being very fair. Right? Like, it's just weird, you know? Like, you have this ideology, which is social justice, that allows a person with a net worth of $5 billion to punch down on someone that just came out of the university and pretend like they're the victim. Like, this is what I don't understand, right? Like you're being the victim. You're going to lose your job. Dude, you have $5 million. What are you talking about? You're not losing shit. But anyway, right, let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.